I tweeted this during the
Here's
game.
the Grinch.
I actually don't have any. I don't have any notes, any argument. I don't know what I just said. Do we actually love snow games, or do we just lie about it like we lie about understanding Interstellar? And here, away we go. I have an inside joke. I just don't think anybody understands Interstellar, really. When it comes to like I understand it's a story about love and fatherhood, but just like the brass tacks of it. Like I remember, I think I've tried to watch it several times, and I'm like, who's moving the books? Why? Where is he? What's the age situation? There's too many questions. I don't understand. It's just too much, okay? And I think people like pretend that they understand it. That's my joke, though. I freaking believe it, and I think 99% of people, of the millions who are so disrespected, like, how could you not? You don't understand. Like I can't even get into that part. It wasn't so much about the Interstellar, okay? That was a whole situation. And we'll have Davante Adams, who, by the way, spent 8 years in snow games at Lambeau and other places around the NFL. So he's a perfect expert to talk about this. But to me, it just changes the way the game is played so much. And it's fine. And I understand the veneer of the aesthetic, obviously. But it's like putting makeup on. Like, if you don't need it? You already have, like, the greatness of what the NFL is. And in such a big moment, in playoff games, deciding teams' entire seasons on this, I just don't love because I think it's sloppy.
But it's been a part of the fabric of football since the beginning of the sport. And this is why you fight to get that home field advantage if you're the Eagles, because coming in there, you can get a team from LA having to come in there in January in these conditions and have to adapt to it. And it's always been being able to adapt to the conditions to your environment is a big part of it. Like we don't want every game played in domes, do we?
No, I do, and that's not and that was a big take. Like, and there is like a weird part of Twitter, that's like a dangerous part of Twitter that is like an extreme dome Twitter, that are like every team should have a dome, every game should be in it. I hate that. Like, do not take me to the Edward Jones Dome, part of my chapter of my life. Hate it, like literally hated that. I do not want that. And I'm not saying ban them or I hate them. I'm not saying I hate a snow game, and I very much understand the male ego, or the part of, not the ego, like the part of your head that takes you. Well, the part that makes it about you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The part that makes it about 12-year-old Matthew Hamilton, who's like, but I remember, like, there was nothing better than being in the snow with my friends. And like, my brother beat the shit out of me too when we were playing in the snow in Chicago, playing football in the backyard. I get that part, but it's not there's like, do you not see the difference? Like, that's not an argument to have playoff games with professional athletes. And, it's just not my favorite. I think that we pretend that we love it so much. When you really think about it, it's like, why are we championing worse football? It takes the air out of offenses. I think the football, it's like a little worse. And I don't know, guys are slipping all over the place. It's objectively a mess that you love, I guess.
Yeah, I still love it. Those are valid. I love it. There's something about it. It just, the aesthetic of it. There is that nostalgia. You think about all the games you played as a kid in the snow. Yeah, like,
that's not a reason to like. I mean, I guess it is a reason to love it, but it affects the game on such a there are parts of that game where I was just, and I understand, it wasn't even that snowy. Like LaShawn, I understand, like, we have these iconic snow games, but aren't there games that are just like, like gross, kind of like what we were watching this weekend with Lick Sticks?
I was going to say, that one was a little gross at times, but again, it's about you adapt to the conditions, you limit the mistakes. The team that adapts best and is able to, make the adjustments on the fly.
It's like watching an alt cast. I'll say that. Okay, how about that? That's from my perspective, and I'm understanding the nostalgia. It's like watching an alt cast I didn't ask for. Give me the you know what I mean? It's like the Hunger Games.
You're being
They're
forced
just
to watch The Simpsons.
Like I'm being forced to like not know where. I mean, this is actually, they did a good job of knowing where the lines are. But like I'm thinking about him slipping. I'm thinking about like I don't know. A lot of these games you don't get to see what you don't get to see things the way properly. Like, there's too much I can't watch an altcast. Love Simpsons, love Toy. I need to like listen, hear, be zoned in. Maybe that's just how I just want it clean. I want it clean in pivotal games like that. But I enjoy the mess, and I'm boring, and I will own that. I saw this tweet before we go to break, and we have Davante ready on the other side. I saw this tweet that I thought explained it really well, and this is John Haynes, shout out to you. I don't like it for the playoffs. It's too random, akin to deciding a game in the NBA playoffs where everybody has to wear shoes 4 sizes too large. John, amen. Do you see? That's a great take.
Yeah, well, get home field advantage then, and then you don't have to worry about it if you're in LA
who are you? Are you Kurt Warner?
Yeah.
This is the most Kurt Warner thing I've heard out of you in weeks. We'll take a short break here.